Funhouse active, king of the palace, rubber like Malcolm, balled up fist in the air to the flashlight, yeah, hands up in the air till they gun me down, I keep it 100, they crunching the numbers, I'm out. Young hitter got a fetish for success. If I ain't next, and I just leave impression. Next to rain on the window pane, puffin' plain Jane. Let them second guess me. Wanna cop the Porsche with the porcelain skin. Grip the wheels, let the horses just spin. Why they trash at the chore on my list? Added a sword, but I saw with the pen. I'm eating good, Miss Caloric is slid. I sipped the potion and ported it. I on the tie, watch me pour it in. Opportunity knock at the door, they like ring. They rush for the doors and it open like biscuit. Pin stroke, game cold as the fridge. Sound wave for like more than the clicks. Cowboy bug, I surf the web for the hits. Ayy. Been gritty, don't pity, they full thing with me, been real. I'm traded, I'm hype, I'm litty, been this since scrimmage, don't play game with me. I volley these hits like I play tennis, I grip this shit, now I live it, don't pity. I live pill at the top through the city, now I run this. How I jotted with the pencil while they flop, with the vision jaw drop when I spit it off top, little. Eating these 7 figures, catch the fade when it jit me. Bet I'll count it down to the penny wave. Heavy is all on my mind, I've gotta make that in it. Wait, bet I might spark that wildfire, rebel when I breach. Funhouse active, yeah, king of the palace. Rubber like Malcolm, balled up fist in the air to the flashlight, yeah, hands up in the air till they gun me down, I keep it 100, they crunching the numbers, I'm being out, Funhouse active, yeah, king of the palace, rubber like Malcolm, balled up fist in the air to the flashlight, yeah, hands up in the air till they gun me down, I keep it 100, they crunching the numbers, I'm being out, I just might crash it, really I'm passive, running from mash. Cash me, I just want passion, no attraction, let me know that shit, I just might crash it, see I'm passive, ready for the madness, cash me, I just want passion, no attraction, let me know that shit. Charge on its last light. Same clothes, I'm from last night. Still lit like it's last night. Young living in the fast life. Young. Smoke cloud from the hash pipe. Catch air from the half pipe. I need to send a phone from the shows with the mansion. Chandelier dancing. Counting a Branson. Yeah. Been had hella Franks, man, it's ballpark figures. Might be in the field, but I came from the trenches. You can tell it's my time, look at better squeak. I do like the charm on my wrist, let me flip. Want me pay the way, I'm the wave, I'm a it. Sitting courtside, got a sprain. I run the gang for the gang. Nothing but a thing when I sang. Young Usain, I sprinting. Getting fresh prints. Counting a blessing on blessing on blessing. They call me the reverend, y'all really play too much. I've been so gone off the prices, I end my hiatus by sparking that flame. Young and just stay in your lane, young entertained. I'm next to rain, what is you saying? Out of my brain, not from this planet. Hide from the cameras, high up the energy sent to me. From the enemy, that's the advantage. By doing this damage, accounted the dentist, I buy you my nemesis. This is my genesis, I never had privilege. They took our innocence, it's nothing, I'm young and I'm wild going in it like Funhouse active, king of the palace, rubber like Malcolm, balled up fist in the air to the flashlight, yeah, hands up in the air till they gun me down, I keep it 100, they crunching the numbers, I'm being out, Funhouse active, yeah, king of the palace, rubber like Malcolm, balled up fist in the air to the flashlight, yeah, hands up in the air till they gun me down, I keep it 100, they crunching the numbers, I'm being out, Funhouse active.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. What's up, everybody? It's your boy One Gun here today, and we got a very different live stream this morning. And this live stream is basically a problem I see on YouTube. You know, and this problem is overzealous YouTubers. You know. And what I mean by this, folks, I've been watching. I watched this Netflix original called "The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel." Now, I do believe that this this series was kind of like mislabeled. I really do believe that it's mislabeled. And here it is right here, folks. This is it right here. The yeah, that's it right there. And I think it was mislabeled. And the reason why I think it's mislabeled is because what happens in here is a bunch of coincidences that led to bullshit happening on YouTube that should have never really happened. What I'm talking about is this is what happened. Okay, so this girl here, just this Cantonese Asian woman, came from I'm trying to remember the name of where she came from Canada, and she decided that she wanted to go on a trip to California. So she was going on this tour of California, and she winded up in LA at the Cecil Hotel, where a bunch of crazy stuff started happening. One of the craziest things being is the last video of her being seen at the Cecil Hotel, where she was acting weird around the elevator, and afterwards, after she just disappeared after this video, you know. So what happened is that the police came in, and after her parents said she ain't called, did this, but this, so police came in, they did a search of the building, did not find her. All right, she's nowhere to be seen for 19 whole days until she's actually found in a in a tank. She's found in a tank, and she was naked. And all right. So from there, people from there, the police did their investigations. They brought in dogs, all type of stuff, interviewed people. And the thing about it is, the police are the police for a reason. The police are investigators for a reason. It's because they know what's going on in the case. All right, they know everything. All right, they're not going to release any information other than what they want you to see and hear for yourself. So they did the investigation, and what happened is that they brought in a dog. They actually, what happened was they looked for the girl. They brought in a dog, and the dog went and sniffed around and found the girl's trail, led to a window or something, to the Cecil Hotel. And after that, the dog loses track of the girl. All right, she just vanishes. All right. So the police are looking, and I think like a few days afterwards, the police went back and they say we hit dead end. So let's put this video out here, and the video people will see it, and if any information comes up, you know, it was a good idea for the police. But what the police don't understand in this new age of internet and YouTubers, especially YouTubers that don't know a damn thing. What happened is that YouTubers who become super sleuths decide to say, hey, we're going to investigate this and do it our way. So hundreds of thousands of YouTubers put their own spin on this, and some of the shit was crazy. Some of the shit was just total misinformation. It's just the stupidity of how you sitting in your house or behind your how you sitting. You know, how are you sitting behind your computer when you got police over in LA with feet on the ground, detectives investigating this shit 24/7? When you know after you finish streaming, you're headed to your bed going to sleep, or you going out to hang out with your friends, doing whatever. But these cops are doing their job, and so here comes the investigative YouTubers who sit back and put their own like crazy ass shitty theories without even knowing like half a percent of what the police know. See, the police know everything. All right, the police know everything. They know they knew stuff, and they didn't release stuff, and they did that for a reason, because there may have been a killer out there, and they didn't want the killer to know that they knew what he did or whatever. So the police are very selective what they put out there. See, the police put stuff out there to get information coming back to them. But what they got was a bunch of people who watch YouTube, took what they got from the YouTube theorists and relayed it back to the police, which kind of fucked up the case, and I think kind of really screwed up this girl getting found. But yet you had the YouTubers and the conspiracy theorists spouting out their garbage to hundreds of millions of people, which leads to another thing which happened to somebody else. So All right, so I'm going to go a little bit fast forward and not too much detail because this case is done and over with, and everybody knows what happened at the end, But what happened is that this guy, who was a musician, he did this stuff called dark metal music. It's like dark death. That's all that's in the music. It's just like some morbid, crazy stuff. Music. And the guy is just an artist. He's a performer, just like somebody who does death metal, somebody who does heavy metal, somebody who does punk. They're just performers. These are just people making music. All right. So this guy makes this dark, eerie music, and what happens is that right after this girl is found or missing or whatever, he puts out some videos about a woman running through a forest and she's like tracked down and killed, and he does a lot of that type of music, and what happened is some YouTuber got the smarts, and what happened is that this guy put out a video of him staying at the Cecil Hotel, the same hotel this girl came up missing. So some YouTuber got the smarts and decided to say, "Oh, it was him. He did it. Look at his music. Look at him. Look at what he's wearing. Look at this." And a guy called hell. I mean, these YouTube cancellation artists decided that they was going to like launch a war against this guy. And yeah, the guy's weird. He's weird. He makes music. He's an artist. He's a performer. Whatever. It's a lot of people. Just because they're doing this doesn't mean that they're killers. Just because this guy makes music, just because this guy makes music talking about all this shit doesn't make him a killer. So these YouTubers got together, decided to straight cancel this guy. They canceled him. I mean, they complained to YouTube. And YouTube is about. When you use their reporting to a YouTube, it's about somebody actually doing something wrong, not because they're doing art. I mean, the dude was just doing art. I mean, I don't too much care for his music, but then again, he still has a right to self-expression. But these YouTubers thought that he actually killed this girl, and I'm going to get to the whole reason why he wasn't the one who killed this girl, because of what he does and his music he creates and the stuff he talks about doesn't mean that reflects the person who he is, because like I said, he's just a performing artist. This is what he does, and it's music, it's a way of expression for him, but these people got his YouTube removed, they got his Facebook removed, all the things that he used to promote his music and all the other stuff. They did this because somebody decided to say, "Oh, this musician, he did it. He was staying there with her." Now, when it came down to it, and these YouTubers, when it came down to it, and this made me mad when I watched this, because I don't think if anybody else watched this, they probably didn't see what I saw in this, which is the fact we got a bunch of YouTubers who don't know what the fuck they doing, and they sit back and they do this bullshit. These YouTubers, like I said, these YouTubers canceled them. They completely got them off of YouTube. And it was just horrible what happened to him, because they was like, "You killed the girl, and he kept on getting these threats, everything, because a couple of YouTubers got together and said, he did it, he was there." No, he wasn't there. This is what happened. When he posted that video of him staying at the Cecil Hotel, it was 12 months prior to when this girl actually died. Okay? He never came. This dude's from Mexico. Lives in Mexico. He wasn't even in this country when that girl died. This girl died 12 months after the fact that he was there. Okay? He showed us his recording studio, where he was in his recording studio at the time when that girl's getting killed in Mexico. All right? He had people to prove that he was there. He has video of him in there in the recording studio of him doing his music while this girl, who was thousands of miles away from him, got killed. So he was nowhere in America between them 12 months. But these YouTubers are still doing it. They're out here. They're saying he did it, and he didn't do it. They sat back and just ruined this man on social media. Ruined it. because of lies. Lies. These so-called commentators and so-called know-it-all and these news people, they're not news people. They're just people like me and you. They get information just the same way you get your information. They're not behind this. These people talk like they're behind the scenes. They're seeing everything while it happens when it happens. They think they're giving you scoops, but what they're really doing is going to other websites, and some of these websites aren't even reputable. They're going to these websites, giving you phony baloney information, talk about it like it's true, and then wait for the views to come in. They're making money off of basically misinforming you, giving you bullshit ass commentary and all type of other stuff, folks. Say that you believe everything you see on YouTube, you should question your insanity. Because if you believe everything you hear on YouTube, you know, something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with your perception. It's crazy. It's crazy how they destroyed this guy after something he had nothing to do with it. Other than the fact he stayed at the hotel. So anybody who stayed at that, now, this guy was 12 months out from the murder when it happened. Or not murder, but the actual homicide when it happened. I'm going to talk about the homicide because this is else what happened. This is else what happened. So these super sleuths, decided that they're going to investigate, right? So this is how they found, this is what was told about how the girl died. They said it has been a homicide because they found the girl in a water tank with all her clothes off. And the lid to the water tank was closed back. Now, if anybody ever seen one of these water tanks, there's only one way you can get into it, or see, or look, whatever. It's through the top, and the lid didn't have a latch on it, so you had to actually physically put the lid back on top of the hatch. So, the maintenance guy said he went up onto the ladder because what happened was that the water in the building started tasting nasty. It was brown, so they called the maintenance man. The maintenance man went on top of the roof to check the water tower, and he looked down into one of the tanks and saw the girl there floating, butt naked, no clothes, no nothing. So he called the police. Police came, and something happened. So something happened between the police, the janitor who had made this guy showing up, finding the girl, and the police actually telling them how the girl was found. Because the question was asked to one of the policemen. It was like, when you arrived, let's say when the girl's body was found, was the lid open to the tank? And the policeman said, yes, the lid was closed. So how did this girl get into this tank, right? Because the tank water is pretty low, and once you get into that tank, you can't reach back up there and pull the lid back over. You can't do it. You know, it's already been proven you can't do it. So that means somebody had been there to throw her in there and put the lid back on top, right? So, like I said, from the time the girl was found all the way to the time the cop made the statement, was like, there had to be a murderer, right? There had to be a murderer. But here's the thing. What happened was it was a miscommunication between the officers that showed up on the scene and talked to the people who were there versus the officer who's behind his desk who came out to do a news conference. See, this cop, he was never there. And he made the statement saying, oh, yes, the lid was closed. So once the YouTubers heard that, they were like, she was killed. I told you she couldn't do this. Oh, blah, 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 blah. So here's the thing. Those YouTubers are just like the cop that sat there and said that they had no idea what was going on. They don't know what the officer said was true. They just took it as true because they couldn't wait to get to their YouTube channels to start spewing out shit that ain't confirmed. You see, even the cop said at the scene, who's getting interviewed, he was like, he was like, yeah, the lid was closed, but then again, he had this thing like, well, I'm not sure, but yeah, the lid may have been closed. So YouTubers they ran to their YouTube channels, started YouTubing out. The girl, she was found there with the lid closed. How would she do that? How should and the conspiracy theory just got worse. I mean, the shit just got horrible. It was stupid. It was like these guys, these YouTubers, was so hard up, to get to the people who believe their bullshit, so they can get their views for the day, so they can get their views for the week, or get their views for the day. They don't care. The only thing they care about is the numbers that appear under their freaking video. You know, that's all they care about. And all they are doing is just getting people to basically believe that, there's going to be a good outcome or whatever, or not a good outcome, but basically they're going to catch the person when there basically was no person to catch in this instance. And I'm going to tell you about that in a second. So they took what the cops said. So the whole thing started out, and then people started watching the video, over and over. Say, "Oh, it's another person there. There's this, and it was never proven there's another person there or not." It was a whole bunch of other things that went on that the YouTubers didn't know, that wasn't disclosed, because the police decided, like, you got these nuts calling and telling us about stuff that the nuts on YouTube are saying, and we're not going to release any more information because we're going to investigate this without the help of YouTubers. And just to be the spoiler of everything, the YouTubers, everything all those idiots on YouTube said had zero effect on the case. Zero. Because YouTubers were saying, "Oh, there's gotta be a killer. There's gotta be a killer." And then when the police wouldn't come up with a killer, they wouldn't find one. They went and fought one, which was the guy I was talking about earlier, who the YouTubers just decided they was going to cancel. They said, "Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy," and the dude got canceled because if I was that guy, I would have went back and sued every last one of them for doing that to him. That's what I would have did, because they were spewing nonsense, and that's what it is, basically fucking nonsense. So, so this is what happened, folks. This is what happened. So it was some other things that happened, other things that were not told to the other things the police were told, but was never put out there for anybody to learn until afterwards. I mean, after they came up with a reason of death and everything. And this is one of the things that happened. Because this film does pretty good as to tell us in the way of how information about this case got out there to the actual resolution, which is what happened. What happened was that the girl was on medication. All right, she was suffering from a wide range of issues, mental issues, and one of the things that the doctors said that, like, after the autopsy report, and I'm not listening to YouTubers. I'm listening to what the actual investigators said on their part, because I got to a point in this movie I was like, anything these people say is just straight up just stupid. So so the investigators basically said on a report, it's like there's nothing in her system. The only thing that's in the system is the medication she's supposed to be taking. Then they found out, it's like, wait a minute, the medication she's supposed to be taking for a bipolar or depression, all that stuff, she's not really taking it, because what's in her system is less than what should be in there. And then they counted her pills. I was like, well, she's not taking her stuff. So that also led to what the lady who was actually who actually ran the hotel at the time saying, yeah, she was acting strange. I mean, like, it's like she was acting strange. She was basically doing stuff, out of character, and people could tell that, the girl was going a little, I wouldn't say crazy, but she was just acting up really, really bad. So, and there was some other stuff. I mean, you got to watch the movie because it doesn't. You got to wait till, like, you get to the end. The end really explains why YouTubers should stop over speculating shit. Stop telling people stuff that they don't know. Stop and let people know that you're speculating and you're theorizing instead of just saying, "Oh, this is the information we got, and this is what I think, and this is what I say," without making it clear. Like, this is what I'm speculating. This is my theory. And the thing about it is, when you go to terms like speculation and theory, you're actually letting people know this may or may not have happened, but we're going to keep on top of this because this is just me saying based off the information. None of them said that. They were like for sure saying she was murdered. She was dead. Well, let's get to that real quick because I think like I said, this happened back in 2013. You know, and what happened is they found out that the girl basically committed suicide, and they proved it because she stopped taking her meds. The meds were keeping her stable, and what they found out is that when the maintenance man went up there to check the water tower, he saw that the lid was already off. He never lifted the lid up to look inside the tank because the lid was already off when he went up there, when he found the girl. Somehow, from the time he went up there to check to see if the girl was there to when they went to interview the police officer who was sitting behind his desk, did not really have no feet on the ground, or he was not there to observe this thing himself. The cop said that the lid was closed, which led to the whole conspiracy of saying there had to have been a killer because how would she get the lid back onto the tank? So the YouTuber was basing all that on that, which led to eventually leading to this guy who was staying there a year prior to saying that he did it when he wasn't there, which led to him, and it was led to his YouTube and all the social media just getting wrecked because of it. And at the end of the movie, some of those YouTubers did apologize, but they did it in their YouTuber way, which is like, oh well, I was wrong, and I don't feel sorry for those YouTubers because you know what, they need to get their channels taken away. If you're gonna get on YouTube and spit nonsense, well then you should get your channel taken away. I don't believe, and this is my opinion, I don't believe that you can sit back, tell your audience something that you don't know a clue about, and then try to convince your audience to saying like you're the inside guy, you knew what's going on. This is the information, the same information everybody else get at the same time. You're not reporting nothing new. There's a big difference between media, social media. So media, like the cable channels, stuff like that, you can pretty much believe a majority of what they're saying, is true. Social media, you can't believe a damn thing anybody's saying on social media. You can't. You can't do it. You can't. You know. Um, Social media is the most misleading garbage that's out there. When I get on social media, I watch the how to stuff. I'm mostly a how to person. How to build cars, how to build like. Hold on, folks. I got a phone call. Well, one of these days I'm gonna find my phone. There it is. Hold up, folks. Hello. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I had a issue. Somebody called me about something, but yeah. So basically, what the police put together, and which is more believable, is that the girl went off her meds, and if you watch the video, her last appearance, which is this right here, you will see that she's acting bizarre. And before this video of her ever appeared, uh, she was like having her moments, you know. And on top of that, they found out that she wasn't taking the medication, so she probably got to the point to where she basically climbed up the fire escape, climbed up to the water tower and to kill herself. You know, and that's what happened. There was no second mystery man or whatever, or the case unsolved, or it should go on. That's basically what happened. I believe the police did everything they possibly could. The only problem that the police did is they decided to go to social media. Social media ain't gonna do shit for you, but just give you more headaches and make shit harder. Now, that's just the instance where you had a bunch of stupid ass YouTubers doing what they do best, which is over speculate, so they can keep the views coming to their channels. That's it. And it's a thing with YouTube, especially with trolls like this one right here, to where they just turn on their video cameras and their microphones, and they decide that they're just going to sit back and report and talk about everything else that everybody else is talking about, with the same information, the same sources, and sometimes the sources that they get their stuff from aren't really that accurate, but yet they put on an act like they got their stuff from a different source, or they're reading it in a specific way to where they understand it no more, and they're putting their understanding out there. No, you don't tell people what your understanding is. You come out here and tell people what the actual facts are. You don't sit back and tell people like you don't sit back and tell people something you've read. You have to sit back and cross that source. Like, okay, you got found the article about DC Comics sold off to fans, and it's like, okay, where are you getting this from? You know, they're not at DC. They're just reading the same bullshit that somebody else wrote on some obscure ass website, and they're just relating the news. I mean, I find it amazing. I just find it amazing how YouTube let these idiots sit back here without any type of information their own, speculate on speculate and speculate on top of speculation. Especially with the comic book stuff. Like, I know this channel right here, they talk about comics and stuff like that, but like I said, I used to watch them a lot, you know. And I just stopped watching them. I stopped watching them and a whole bunch of spectators. And it's basically like spectators. Everybody else would just put up there like spectators and their opinion. But they never put that. It's just Confish TV. This is what we're spectating, and this information ain't 100% accurate. The channel. That's what they should be called themselves, because that's what all these YouTubers do. They sit back and they lie. That's why I switched my viewing over when it comes to YouTube. And what I do on YouTube now, when I come here, I watch stuff, and I had to put this shit in here. I watch like stuff like news, CNN, stuff like that. I come over here and I watch stuff like like I watch stuff about RC planes. I watch stuff on how this guy's putting together a car. I watch a lot of how-to stuff, do-it-yourself stuff, modeling, stuff about anime. I changed my viewing habits because I had to get away from speculators. I mean, I used to watch them a lot. And sit back and talk about the stuff they talk about. But then I found out it's like these people are into pop culture shock. That's what they're into. They're into shit that's basically not yet proven but can be talked about all day, every day, you know. And like here, check this out. Like this Dylan Uggg guy who's doing the fight animation. You know, I watch stuff like this, and that's what YouTube was before the commentators, the speculators, and the trolls showed up. You know, and trolls basically have made this a home. You know, I watch people playing video games. You know, I do everything but watch garbage like this. Now here's the funniest thing about these two right here. Let me pull this up for you. So this is a channel called Clownfish TV, right? So they're over here talking about Star Wars. They talking about this channel Star Wars. It's failing. The High Republic is failing on YouTube, and I'm like, how's it failing? You know, I mean, what did it mean? It's like, because they're not getting the views and all this other shit, blah blah this, blah blah this. Then they say, oh well, we get more views than that on our videos. I'm like, really? So I said, okay, so are you talking about per video that you get more views? That's probably correct. You probably are getting more views on your videos, but the overall, whose channel got the more views? Well, I went to see, because I actually went to their About page. So if you go to Clownfish TV, right, and go to their About page, you will see that they got an impressive 77 million views. That's very impressive. 77 million views. That's awesome. You know, I'm not trying to include subscribers. I'm just talking about views because they was making a statement saying, hey, we get more views on our videos than they do. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. But I'm looking at the overall view count, you know, per se versus per video, you know, because at the end of the day, it all depends on the view count, right? It's like, you know, you made a statement. It's like, oh, we get more views on our channel. We're doing better than them. I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's see. So you have 77 million views. Okay. But if you go over to Star Wars, they got over, let's see, that's hundreds, thousands, millions, 1 billion views total for their whole channel. But yet, you mislead people by saying, oh, look at us, everybody. We get more views in our videos. They're like, no, you don't. This just saying that they have more views on their channel than you do. There's a big difference between 1 billion and 77 million. Big difference. And this do this whole video. Do this whole video they made. Let's see if I can get back to it. Through this whole video they made, they never go to the About section to show the total amount of views they have on their channel versus what the Star Wars channel had. So when somebody comes out here and says, oh, the Star Wars channel is doing this, doing that, it's probably somebody who's just repeating something that someone else said on some vlog somewhere out in a faraway galaxy. I know, folks. I know, but I have to talk about this stuff because why am I talking about this stuff? Why am I talking about YouTube misinformation and just the overall bullshit, and why you should stop watching this type of bullshit commentary ass videos? The reason why is because it's bullshit like this that got people running up to the Capitol building and raiding it. You know, bullshit like this is bullshit like this is what get people canceled for non-necessary reasons, because someone comes with the ideas like, oh, I'm right, and I'm going to find the person who did it, and this is the guy. You know, that guy's life got ruined because of this bullshit. YouTuber bullshit. And I call it YouTuber bullshit. I mean, that's going to be the new term I use for all YouTubers now. The ones that like to speculate. If you're not doing something to further someone's education, or you're just there just to talk about, you know, the latest Twitch streamer who gets canceled or get kicked off or whoever, you're not doing nothing. All right, you're not doing nothing. All you're doing is feeding into the stupid garbage that's YouTube. YouTube is garbage. YouTube's garbage. Facebook is garbage. All is garbage. If you're getting all your news from Facebook and YouTube, well, then you like to listen to garbage. So, what can we use YouTube for? Well, like I said earlier, folks, YouTube has a use. One of the biggest uses for YouTube is to educate yourself on a skill. Now, there's a big difference. I say educate yourself on a skill versus listening to the everyday chatter yatter and bullshit that goes on YouTube. YouTube should be used only for entertainment purposes, not for information gathering or for how to do something. Don't ever come to YouTube looking for news. Don't ever come to YouTube looking for anything accurate, because most likely who's ever telling you that is not basically in a position to actually report on the shit or report what they've seen somewhere else. You see, news reporters, they get their feet on the ground, talk to the police, talk to politicians, get in their faces, all this other shit. These guys are sitting behind their computers pretending they know shit and they don't. And then be like, hey y'all, don't forget, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And oh yeah, this video is sponsored. Oh yeah, by the way. So after you go through all their ads, all the sponsorship bullshit, and don't forget their swag bar at the bottom of the page, all you're doing is putting money in their pocket because you're listening to their bullshit, which is sad. The only way to stop this type of behavior, and I think that this behavior, and I'm talking about why this behavior is so relevant to me and what I go through on my channel, is to stop watching it. There's so much more stuff to watch on YouTube other than people talking about shit they know nothing about. So much stuff is on here. So much information from learning about gravity to actually learning science, to learning how to make models and animations and anything you want to learn. It's right here, folks. Why would you want to listen to bullshit? Why would you want to listen to naysayers and want to be sleuthsayers? Why would you want to listen to people who are 100% wrong every time they speak out their mouth about something they don't know about? It's beyond me. But like I said, I don't watch shit like this no more. When I come to YouTube, I come here to find out what I can get out of YouTube versus what I want to know from YouTube. Because YouTube can't police this, and I don't think there's a way you can police the inaccurate garbage that a lot of these YouTubers just sit back and set their sights on. Here it is. Here's Clownfish TV once again talking about the cancel culture. The cancel culture. Yeah, it's cancel culture. The fucking YouTube bullshit. That's more YouTube bullshit that people like this make up. Oh, there are others. There are others. I just canceled them. I canceled out the other ones from my viewing, and that's what cancel culture really is to separate yourself from the bullshit that's out there. And YouTube has a use. YouTube does has a use. YouTube is pretty good at letting people come on here and demo and try to show you how to do something. And I'll be honest with you, I've learned a lot of stuff by just coming on here watching YouTube videos, especially when it comes to modeling and animation and modeling, animation, filmmaking, all that stuff. I learned it a lot of it on YouTube. Especially sound design, all that stuff. Stuff like this, how this guy's who's this? This guy right here. I think I watched a couple of his videos, but that's why when I scroll through this, you see a lot of how-to videos, especially when it comes to animation, building computers. I don't know how this gun thing got here. I guess YouTube's algorithm is screwing up, and just stuff that I like to learn. I like to learn about. Like some of this crazy stuff here, bikes. I had to change the way I look at YouTube so I won't have to sit back and be a part of this stupid, dumb culture that they have on here. You know, it's toxic. It's just toxic shit. And I'm only saying this, you know, because I don't consider myself the regular YouTuber. You know, I really consider myself. I don't. I just consider myself a guy just that gets on here and streams about stuff that I like to do, and that's what YouTube basically was at one point. Was just coming on here and doing things that you like to share with other people. But when you make it a hobby to come on here and do bullshit, you know, and lie and misinform, well then guess what, folks? You know, you're just part of that toxic community that does nothing but make things worse for everybody. You know, it's a lot of crap out here. And I'll be honest with you. I used to listen to a lot of these toxic bullshitters. I used to listen to a lot of these toxic bullshitters, and I don't listen to them no more. I just cancel them out. I just don't listen. I just like, even when I see one of their videos up here, I just pass by it. You know, this is what I'm into. I'm into watching stuff like this. Here's a person. Her name is K Chan, and well, I guess she must have had a problem with this video. It was only like a second long. She makes a comic book. She does animations and stuff. And these are the people that I watch more. I mean, she only has 1.13 subscribers, but these are the channels I'm starting to watch because these channels have more to offer than somebody who just constantly produce garbage videos all day talking about shit they learned somewhere else on some distant vlog in a faraway distant part of the internet universe, you know? So yeah, folks. So I want to get to my regular stream, and I think YouTube need more streamers that actually produce content that people like. You know, that and from here to go. Here's Confish TV talking about the same thing. You know, and it's stupid. And they're not the only ones. Like I said, they're not the only ones. It's a bunch of other people who do the same bullshit. They do the same bullshit. You know, it's like the first time they talked about this 5 days ago. So here they back again, talk about the same damn thing 3 days ago, 3 days later, and it's just repetitive shit. And they're not the only ones, folks. There's some others out there, you know. So I think that's about it for this stream, and I'm gonna start up another stream in a little bit. What's up, Primetime Fry? You know, but like I said, okay, so how does this oh, that's pretty cool. Old school edge modeling. That's shit I'm talking about. Not no, yeah, that's cool. That's cool shit right there. I gotta watch that. So how does this play relevant to me? How is this so relevant to me, folks? Well, it's relevant to me because, like I said before, folks, I have a troll. And what this troll likes to do is, like, he likes to make stuff that misinforms, tries to skew reality, and that's what he does all day. That's what he does all day, folks. He sits back and lies and lies and lies, and then say then come to my channel and says that the stuff I'm doing, you know, he comes back and says the stuff I'm doing, I'm not doing it. Like that's what he said yesterday. I mean, I got actual video of him saying that while I was making animations, that I wasn't making the animations. I wasn't making the content for my film. You know, but I was making content for my film while he was watching me make content for my film. But he said I wasn't making content for. I was like, so what the hell is it, dude? What the? And he figured he just messed up trying to mislead you all and lie. That he had to take the video down. He took the video down because he didn't want me to use that video in a way to make people know that he's just a habitual liar. You know, so I ask you guys, you know, don't stop watching YouTube. Just change what you watch on YouTube. Get away from the speculators. And here it is, DC pushing back. What did it cost? You know, Cowfish TV. You know, they publish these videos. They're like, okay, so here it is. So Star Wars. Let's go to the videos. All right, let's go to the videos. Star Wars will post a video every 4 to 6 days. You know, every 4 to 6 days, right? Right. So So that's pretty good. If they can, like, every time they post a video, they're getting over 40,000 views. That's pretty good, you know. And then they're not doing it just on one video; they're doing it on quite a few videos. You know, some of these videos get like 500,000 views and stuff like that. This one got 2.1 million views, but it ain't about the views you get like that day. It's about the views you get over time on one video. You know, nobody gets those many videos, you know, unless it's a super viral video, but those are like kind of rare. But look, 85,000, 20K. Well, yeah, that's pretty good. At least 6 months ago. I could say that pretty good, you know, in my opinion, because all these numbers add up. 141, you know, and videos aren't always popular, you know. But if you look at these guys over here on the clownfish, let's look at their videos. They have to post. Look how many videos they have to post in a day. They have to post 4 videos a day. So, they have to post 4 videos a day so they can keep up with the Star Wars channel. You know, they have to post 4 to 5 videos a day to keep up with the views that this channel is doing. Now, if they were to sit back and go ahead and just post like 1 video a week like they're doing, they wouldn't have no 77 million views. This channel, I mean, due to the fact of what they're doing on one of their videos in a day, you know, they Star Wars does that they have to. Star Wars does that basically in a week. Just they post 1 video a week and they get as many views. You know, so and over time those views go up because more people are watching the Star Wars channel than they are the Clownfish TV. Like I said, they have to produce 4 videos a day just to come close to what they're doing. So they got 7.9, 32, 35, 17, and they have to do this all in a day. Then the day before that, they gotta keep on doing. So the numbers they're making on their videos versus the numbers they're making on these videos is about the same, but they have to make more videos to equal up a couple of theirs. So that's how you get around from actually telling the truth, is to just not show the actual numbers. And you can see it right here as I click right here. Right, so the same thing is the same thing with True Bones. You know, same thing with True Bones. So if we go over to True Bones and we click onto True Bones Motion Studio, and we go over here to his About section, as you can see, although he may be putting out videos or whatever, as you can see, his overall views for his whole channel is 21,000 views. 21,000 views. But yet he's coming over my channel like, oh, Wingan is fake. He's false. He's funny. Look at the views he got on his channel. I mean, he's not. I'm putting out more videos. Then he goes over to Social Blade and say, look, me and him are ranked at the same place. Well, yeah, for a while. Because you were uploading more videos than I was. That's how you got up to a C+ when I was at a C+ already. It's the amount of videos you were publishing. Oh yeah, and the amount of views he was buying too, because he was buying views for his shit. So here he is at 21,488 views. But when you come over to my channel, let's go over to my channel, folks. Let's go to my channel. Over here. Well, I got 326,998 views. You know, so as you can see right here, folks, I have more views than this channel. I have 10 times, 3 times, 4 times the views of his channel. But yet he wants you to believe no one's watching me. Like no one is really not watching him. Look, you can see for yourself. I get more views, I get more this, that. He doesn't. He doesn't, folks. It's just a ruse. A ruse that he actually maintains by just basically pretending that he's me. The man's delusional. So let's go to Social Blade. I don't know where I am on Social Blade, so my shit could have dropped. I'm not sure, but we're gonna check. All right, get a Robo Shin one. I'm still at a B. So my channel's at a B minus. All right, my channel's at a B minus. You know, it could be better, but you know, but I mean, I've gained subscribers. Look at all the views that I'm gaining. You know, not as high as last month, but you know, it's okay. You know, I'm happy. I'm down 77.9%, and this right here too. You know, so he comes here to Social Blade, and what he does is inflate his viewers. You know, I don't. You know, my shit is what it is, how it is, because my channel's been around for a very long time. I got close to 2,000 uploads, 18K subscribers, and my ranking is even way better than his. But because he comes over here, and see, he's got only 387 uploads. And what he does is like, you can come over here and you can tell that he's buying views for all of the shit on his channel. He's just buying views. You know, we know this. I can actually show you when he was buying views for his channel. But even him buying all those views and signing up for Get Fans or Sub Pals or whoever he signed up with. I mean, this is last 30 days. I know he's with Sub Pals because that's what Sub Pals do. The Sub Pals would give you like, I think something like 30 subscribers in a month or something like that. But what he's doing is he isn't paying for these subs. He's actually at Sub Pals, and what they do at Sub Pals is that you have a way to actually get subs by just going in there and but just going in and saying that you're going to basically work for them and sub. They're gonna give you a list of people to sub, and as you sub these people, for every so many subs you do, you get these subs back in return. You know, so that's how he's getting the subs. So he's actually going out and subbing to all these people. In return, they come back and they sub to his channel. You know, period. Then he goes out and buy views for his channel. You can actually, you know, if you go to my channel, if you go to his channel, and you go home, you can actually see that just a few days ago he bought some subs, and now, well, actually not all, that's me. But just a few days ago, he, like, when my shit started to peak, his start to go up because he's buying subs now. He's back to buying subs. So actually no, this is me right here. I'm the blue. So he's buying subs. So you see right here where I'm blue, and my stuff started to go up because I started streaming more. I mean, on February 13th, I did a whole bunch of videos that day, so I'm going to get a bunch of views. When he sees this, he goes and he buys subs to sit back and make sure that he keeps up with me. Same thing here. You'll see me going an incline here, and right in the middle of my incline here, you see that he's buying subs, and then his shit'll drop, and then it'll stabilize out, and then his shit'll drop. And when he sees that my views are going up, he will go out and buy subs. Right here. See my shit's going up right here, and it kind of goes flat. He goes and buys himself subs so he can, like, get no. How you doing, Pollywick? He'll go out and buy him some subs, and this shit'll go down. You know, and then his shit'll go down, and then mine go down too, but mine start to rise up again. So he goes out and buys some more subs. And then here's a bottom out. Now my stuff right here was bottom because I didn't make no videos. This is the time I didn't make no videos, but I was still bouncing up and down here and doing pretty good. But here he is again. You know, he sees that my views are going up, so he comes right here and he buys some more views. All right, then his shit'll go down. Right, it bottomed out, flattened, and then right here is basically on February 13th is when I started, like, streaming more. You know, doing more streams a day. My stuff started to go back up. As you can see, his started going up a day afterwards. He actually reads this stuff, folks. He actually comes here and analyzes and reads this shit, And when my views go up, he will go and actually pay for his views to go up. So it's hilarious. It's hilarious how he doesn't think I don't know how to read the analytics, you know. And that's the whole thing. This is how he's keeping up with me. This is basically how he's keeping up with me, folks. So that's it. That's it. And once again, my slander troll, like today, let's see, 6148, 234 views, 28 views. And you can see like the peaks. It's 3 weeks ago, and I showed you the peak for this video. He actually paid to get some views on this video. And then this stuff will it'll start off slow, hit a peak, then it'll come right back down. You know, peak and go back down. He doesn't have a lot of money to spend on each video, so he picks the videos that he wants to promote, and he pays for subs and views for it. And that's how he's keeping up. That's how keeping up. But as you can see, I think about like last month. I think it was between December and January. I was doing streams. Hi, Polywick. How you doing? Just keep saying hi. Can people hear me? Yeah, people can hear me. Testing 1 2 3. Oh, nobody can hear me. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. There we go. I think I'm high enough now. But yeah, this is this is the problem with YouTube, is people like that, people who sit back and misinform, slander, and try to manipulate the YouTube algorithm to get views, to do stupid shit, you know. So that's my rant for right now, folks. I want to get ready and get set up to do some animation and stuff like that, and you guys stay tuned. I'm getting out of here. This is One Gun. I'm signing out, and I'll talk to you guys in a few. Peace.